as humans, sometimes we have a hard time forming new habits and new disciplines, especially when things are hard for us, when these things aren't coming naturally to us, when they're things that we need to work on. And more often than not, the things that we need to implement into our life, the resources that we need to be using, are the hardest ones for us because we're not doing any of them kind of naturally. We have to work towards them. And if you've ever tried to start an exercise program, you've experienced this. At first, you're really excited to get it started. You're in it every day, every day or each time that you're supposed to be exercising, you're like, yes, let's do this. Then as you kind of get into it, you're not seeing a lot of immediate results, or, you're waking up the next day and you're really sore, you're kind of getting tired. You get into this stage where it's harder. It's like, I don't want to do this anymore. This becomes a chore. And so in order to get through that chore phase, a lot of times we need accountability. We need coaching. We need somebody to be on our side, somebody to remind us of what is on the other side of that hard. And so sometimes to get through that hard phase, to get to the other side where it becomes just a habit, where it becomes something that we enjoy again, we need help. So you need somebody in your corner for encouragement, to keep you going, to cheer you on, but also maybe for check-ins, just to check in on you, just to see, how is it going? How are you feeling about the whole thing? Sometimes we need somebody for perspective. We only can see things through our own brain pathways, our own biases, the things that have formed in our own brain. And sometimes it makes a world of difference for someone else to come in and give us a new perspective. Sometimes that can turn a light bulb on and we can be like, oh, I never thought of that before. It helps to have somebody just to vent to when you have those bad days, when you have those moments where you're just ready to give up and throw in the towel, to have somebody there that you can reach out to and just be like, this really sucks right now. It's someone to celebrate with you, to be excited when you meet your goals, to be excited when you hit that mark that you were trying to get to. Just having somebody in our corner can make all the difference in the world. So I want to encourage you to reach out and find some accountability. Find somebody or some buddies that will come along with you in this journey. Be a text group. I know sometimes in my life, I've reached out to friends and kind of gathered a few safe, trusted friends and asked them, could you be a part of a group where I reach out and ask you for, for prayer or encouragement, or for advice, for opinions, for perspective. So you could do it as a text group. You could do it as just asking a friend to, run alongside you in this journey, to just be there when you need somebody to check in with you, to keep you accountable, whether that's text, calls, meeting for coffee once a week or once a month, or whatever it is that you need, asking a friend to be in it with you. You could ask a friend to do this with you, to add resources to their lives. And it doesn't even have to be the same thing that you are doing. It could be something totally different. And you guys just encourage each other through it and work together towards that goal in the end. But there's also coaching options. I have some coaching options. If you don't have anybody on your side, if you can't think of anybody off the top of your head, that would be someone you'd be comfortable walking through, implementing these resources into your life, I would be happy to do that with you. And so there's a weekly accountability text option where I just text you weekly. We text back and forth a little bit and just make sure that you're on the road to implementing whatever resources you've chosen into your life. I could also sit down with you and help you develop a personalized plan. We could come up with the resources that you want to work on now and the ones that could be foundational to other resources being added to your life. And then, just come up with a personalized plan and then check in with you weekly via text and see how you're doing. And then the last offering that I have is doing that, coming up with that personalized plan, where we'd sit down probably on like a Zoom meeting and come up with a plan. And then we'd have check-in meetings after that. So our weekly thing would not be text. It'd be a more all-encompassing meeting where we'd sit down face-to-face via computer and talk through some of the issues that you're having, look at different perspectives and a check-in, but also, a Q&A and an encouragement session and, whatever you need in that moment or in that season or with that resource. And if you are interested in a coaching option, please reach out to me and we can talk about personalization, what fits best into your life, what days of the week, what hours, that type of thing. And I would love to be the one in your corner and on your side to help you walk through and implement these resources into your life. But I do feel like it's so important for you to have someone or some ones around you that know what you're doing, that are interested, that you can communicate with, that will encourage you and build you up as you go through this. That will be such a good resource for you so that you can implement resources into your life.